Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about SEO for photographers and 11 things you can do to help boost your SEO on your website. So obviously SEO is super important. If you don't know what SEO is, it is search engine optimization. This is basically what allows Google to find you and other search engines and for traffic to start coming to your website through these search engines and eventually lead to leads. We're going to talk about different things that you can do to help increase your website traffic. Effective SEO can lead to a 55% increase in website traffic, which helps you reach more clients. The first thing you're going to do is conduct a keyword research. You're going to use tools like Google Keyword Planner and several other websites to find the keywords for your photography niche. You want to focus on long tail keywords that reflect what a potential client might be looking for. So instead of targeting photographer, you might want to focus on natural light photographer in your city and really make sure that you're targeting different things that people would be looking for when they search. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to optimize page titles and meta descriptions. You want to make sure you're writing unique and descriptive titles and meta descriptions for each page on your website, and that they include the target keywords and ensure they accurately reflect the content. You want to make sure you're keeping your titles under 60 characters and meta descriptions under 160 characters to make sure they display properly on search engines. And you want to make sure that, especially when you're doing blog posts, a lot of us want to include the client's name in the title. Don't do that because people aren't searching for these people. They're searching for, say, you're photographing a wedding at Riverwood Mansion. So instead of saying Jack and Jill's Riverwood Mansion in Nashville, Tennessee, you want to say a beautiful or a fall wedding at Riverwood Mansion in Nashville, Tennessee. This way you're including the venue and the city. The next thing you're going to do is use header tags effectively. You want to make sure you're structuring your content with H1s, H2s, H3s. This is really important when it comes to SEO. H1s you want to make sure are focusing on those keywords that you want people to search. Like I said, focusing on fall wedding at Riverwood Mansion in Nashville, Tennessee, something like that is also going to be your H because it needs to be the most important thing on your website. Then you can break it down into different sections with H2s and H. The next thing you're going to do is optimize your image SEO. You're going to make sure that you are reducing the file size to improve loading speeds, and you're also using a descriptive name and putting alt text for your images. You don't want to just upload your images as they are labeled like DSC 0584 or whatever it is. Or if you're uploading their gallery as like Jack and Jill's wedding, you need to make sure that you're changing these in order to be more effective for searching on Google. Alt text is also important because this is what Google searches for as far as for words to describe the images. And making sure that you're reducing the size of your file is very important so your loading speed is not compromised. If it takes forever for a page to load, people aren't going to wait on that. They'll move on and go on to the next thing. There are plenty of programs out there to reduce the file size. I personally use BlogStomp. I don't think BlogStomp is a thing anymore. They have another version, but if you search BlogStomp, you'll find what their new version is. I think it's called like Storyteller or something like that. And you can choose what your website platform is, and it will match it for the width of that website. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're creating high quality content and posting it regularly. So make sure you're publishing blog posts, galleries, and informational pages that address the needs and interests of your target audience. You want to make sure you're using a conversational tone so it feels friendly and inviting. That will help you a lot. Also making sure that you're regularly posting is very important. So Google knows that you're still active and that this business is still active. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're using mobile-friendly website. You want to make sure that your website fits for mobile and isn't so hard to read because you have to scroll from side to side. Make sure that you are checking this when you're building your website. Most people use their phones now for searching. I would highly recommend making sure that it's mobile friendly for that reason. You don't want people to leave the page because they can't read it because it's massive and they have to like scroll side to read anything. The next thing you're going to do is improve your site speed using tools like Google Page Speed Insights to analyze your site speed and identify areas for improvement is super important. Whether it's optimizing images, enable browser caching, and minimizing HTTP requests, boost speed. You want to make sure that you are loading quickly. You don't want people waiting forever on your website. They'll leave. People are impatient now. And so if we can make sure our websites are fast and effective, that's the best way to ensure that people stay on your page and eventually lead to an inquiry. The next thing you're going to do is implement internal linking. You want to make sure that you're linking related pages and blog posts within your website to help visitors find useful information. So if you are writing a blog post about, let's just use Riverwood Mansion again. If I'm writing about a wedding that I photographed at Riverwood Mansion, I can also link to my hub page on Riverwood Mansion so it gives them more information about it, and also my favorite vendors to work with, things like that. This will be very helpful to make sure it helps build credibility on your website, but it also helps users find the next thing they need. Next thing, you're going to build quality backlinks. You want to reach out to industry blogs, local businesses, and other online publications to feature your work and guest write posts. It used to be very popular in the past to submit for publication. I highly recommend still doing it. This way you can make sure you are getting quality backlinks to your website. Backlinks help basically build your credibility for your website according to Google. If you're getting published on Green Shoes or other online magazines, this is really helpful because it redirects them back to your website as well. So it gives you a higher ranking. If you are looking for ways to submit for publication, Two Bright Lights is a great way to do publications quickly and effectively. And then there's also a lot more that aren't on Two Bright Lights that you can use as well. Next, you're going to utilize local SEO. You want to make sure you optimize your website and Google My Business profile with local keywords such as portrait photographer in your city and include your business address and contact information on your site. And if you can encourage your clients to leave reviews, this is also super helpful because, again, it shows Google that you are a quality business. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to monitor and analyze your performance. Using tools like Google Analytics and Google Search Console help monitor your site's performance. You want to make sure you're tracking your key metrics like organic traffic, bounce rate, and conversion rates. And make sure you're regularly reviewing your SEO strategy. This will help see like where you can improve things and where to go from there. So I hope this helps you guys. This is just 11 things you can do to help build your website and build your SEO on your website. Remember, SEO is not an instant result type thing. SEO takes 3 to 6 months to see results typically. And also it's a continuous thing. It's not a one and done project and you head on to the next project. This is a continual thing that you have to do. So make sure that you're continuously working on your SEO, continually updating your blog, creating new hub pages, all sorts of things. The more you update your website, the more Google knows that you're still an active business. So I hope this helps you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.